Apple is the uncontested king of tablets. The word iPad is synonymous with the word tablet. Chances are, if you own a tablet at all, you have an iPad. Before we get started with our video detailing the best iPads on the market, we have included links in the description for each product mentioned, so make sure you check those out to see which is in your budget range. Starting off with the best overall iPad, we have the 2018 9.7-inch iPad. Apple's iPads have always been the best tablets you can buy, but the high price tags made it tough to find an iPad on a budget. All that has changed with the 2018 9.7-inch iPad. It costs a mere $330, and it offers nearly all the same high-end specs and features as the new iPad Air. The only difference is the processor, which is a bit older. If you own an aging iPad or iPad mini, the new 9.7-inch iPad is an excellent upgrade. Obviously, if you have an iPad Air 2 or an iPad Pro, you don't need to get the new one. The 2018 iPad is for anyone who has always wanted an iPad but couldn't afford the $500 plus price tag. It's an absolute steal at $330, and you may be able to get it for less. The 9.7-inch screen is sharp and clear with its 2048 by 1536 pixel resolution. The A10 processor is very capable, even though it's not the iPhone XS's A12 chip. The battery life should be great, and you can even buy things on it with Apple Pay thanks to the Touch ID fingerprint sensor. Best of all, it supports the Apple Pencil, an incredible stylus with virtually no lag. You will have to pay $100 extra for the pencil, but if you like to take notes or draw on your iPad, it is well worth it. Naturally, any Bluetooth keyboard also works with the iPad, so if you want to use it as a quasi-laptop, you can pick up a great keyboard. You simply can't beat those specs at that price point. Comparable Android tablet costs hundreds of dollars more, and the iPad still has a better app library and accessory support. The aluminum build looks and feels premium, and the 9.7-inch screen size makes it a very portable device that's easy to stow away in your bag. It's quite light too, so you can happily binge-watch Netflix in bed on your new iPad. Tech nerds will say it's a boring old design, but it's tried and true. Plus, the aluminum build is durable. Next up, we have the best mid-range iPad, which goes to the new iPad Air. If you don't want an iPad Pro, but you don't want the mini, and you won't compromise and get lesser specs, the iPad Air is the tablet for you. It sits right in the middle of the iPad lineup, and it has everything you need. The new iPad Air keeps the same overall design as previous generation iPad Air models, so it has the same home button and larger bezels compared to the new iPad Pro models. Although it looks the same, there's a lot of new tech inside. The new Air runs on Apple's A12 Bionic chip, so it's very fast and responsive. The tablet also supports the first generation Apple Pencil, which is widely considered the best stylus for drawing on a tablet. And it has a sharp 10.5-inch True Tone screen with a resolution of 2224 by 1668 pixels. You can buy the iPad Air with either 64 gigabytes or 256 gigabytes of storage, and it comes in 3 color options: silver, space gray, or gold. You can also choose either a Wi-Fi only connection or a combination of cellular and Wi-Fi connections. Alongside the iPad Air, Apple is also selling a smart keyboard, which is great for those of you who want to use your tablet as a laptop in a pinch, but it's no iPad Pro. If you want to do more with your tablet, we recommend the Pro models. Up next, we have the best small iPad, which goes to the iPad mini. When the first iPad mini came out, I wanted it immediately. I'd never liked big tablets, and its small size seemed perfect. I'm not alone in my love of small tablets, but for years, Apple has left the iPad mini series to languish without an update. Until now. The 2019 iPad mini is Apple's budget-friendly small tablet. It may not have the fresh new design we were hoping for. Those thick bezels are still there along with the home button, but it has all the latest specs we wanted in this update. It's powered by the ultra-powerful A12 Bionic chip, and it supports the first-generation Apple Pencil. We're thrilled Apple gave the Mini Pencil support, as it's the best stylus we've ever used, and it makes the Mini a great tablet for note-taking or drawing. The Mini's True Tone 7.9-inch screen has a sharp 2048 by 1536 pixel resolution too, so you can really enjoy watching videos, reading, and creating on the screen. You can choose between 64 gigabytes or 256 gigabytes of storage and 3 color options: silver, space gray, or gold. If you want to keep the price down, you can get the Wi-Fi only version, but there's also a Mini with both cellular and Wi-Fi connections. Next, we have the best iPad Pro models. The new iPad Pro is a work of art. It has slimmed down bezels, a stunning sharp screen in 2 sizes, an absurdly powerful processor, and tons of great accessories to go with it, including the Apple Pencil. You can get it in 11 and 12.9-inch screen sizes to suit your preferences. The 12.9-inch screen is great for digital artists who need room to roam, while the 11-inch model is great for most people's needs. Both iPad Pros have really high screen resolutions, 2388 by 1668 pixels for the 11-inch model and 2732 by 2048 pixels for the 12.9-inch model. Regardless of which model you buy, the iPad Pro is a powerhouse. The A12X Bionic processor is so high-powered it can surpass some laptops. Apple's entry-level model comes with 64 gigabytes of storage, but you can get up to 1 terabyte if you want to spend a whole lot of money. We recommend picking up the new Apple Pencil if you like to take notes or draw. It may cost $129, but it is worth it. The Pencil is the best stylus I've ever used, and the new version even charges wirelessly and magnetically attaches to your iPad for easy storage. Apple's keyboard will also cost you a pretty penny, so we recommend going for a third-party case and keyboard. There are 3 downsides to the iPad Pro as we see it. It's expensive, it won't replace your laptop, and you have to pay extra for the keyboard and the stylus. Otherwise, it's a great tablet if you have the money. And for our last pick, we have the best mid-size iPad Pro, which goes to Apple's 10.5-inch iPad Pro. Apple introduced a new size to its iPad Pro lineup that's smaller than the big 12.9-inch model at 10.5 inches. It hits the perfect sweet spot for people who want a large screen to watch Netflix or do work with a keyboard attached, but it's not so big that you can't take it with you every day. The 2224 by 1668 pixel resolution looks gorgeous, and the screen has a faster refresh rate and brighter colors to make viewing video or creating digital art a breeze. The Apple Pencil works perfectly on the 10.5-inch screen with almost no lag. Apple's A10X Fusion processor also speeds things along even though it's an older chip now. Digital Trends called it the best tablet in the world, period. CNET, Wired, Ars Technica, Tech Radar, and PocketLint all agree that it's the most powerful and impressive iPad Pro ever. You can get the tablet with your choice of 64 gigabytes, 256 gigabytes, or 512 gigabytes of storage. The 64 gigabyte iPad should be enough for most people, so unless you are really treating the iPad Pro as your laptop, you don't need to spend more on extra storage. Like all iPad Pros, this one has 4 speakers for great sound and an average 10-hour battery life. So that sums up our top iPads on the market. We hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like on the video, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have a great day.